My name is Claire Hartner. I'm a 17-year-old from the small town of New Wilmington, Pennsylvania, and I have cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease that affects many parts of the body, including the respiratory, endocrine, and digestive systems. CF causes the body to produce thick, sticky mucus that promotes the growth of bacteria and the spread of harmful infections. More than 30,000 Americans live with CF, and a cure is yet to be found. I get asked a lot of questions about what it's like to live with CF, and up until recently, I failed to provide satisfactory answers. They were bland and undetailed, typically fewer than 10 words, simply because I did not view my life as anything other than ordinary. I knew that my daily routine was slightly different than my friends, and that gym class was more of a struggle for me than my peers. My parents and doctors always drilled into me that I was an ordinary kid that could do all the ordinary things that ordinary kids do, and that CF was a tiny pebble in the rolling sea that forms my identity. They were, of course, correct in these sentiments, and I wholeheartedly agreed. But at the ever-mature age of 17, I realized that living with CF is much more difficult than I was initially led to believe. Every day I take over 3 dozen pills and spend 60 to 90 minutes doing breathing treatments, just so I can breathe without major complication. My cystic fibrosis routine eats up my time and prevents me from living a life like most teenagers, and that's when I'm not sick. Over the course of the past 6 months, I've struggled with persistent coughs and infections, which have impacted my ability to engage in my active hobbies and have negatively impacted my mental and physical health. After contracting COVID-19 around the 2020 holiday season, I developed a cough that refused to be defeated. Months flew by and the number of antibiotic treatments I tried continued to pile up. From oral to inhaled to IV to inhaled IV medications, I used them all, and each one proved ineffective in the eradication of the stubborn infection growing in my lungs. At this stage in my cystic fibrosis treatment, the number of available and effective antibiotics is small and continues to dwindle as new bacteria settle down in the mucousy interior of my lungs. The fear that useful antibiotic treatments will eventually run out is rampant among my family and myself. Most teenagers do not have to worry about chronic respiratory infections and the possibly irreversible damage done to their lung function, but this is a sad reality for all CF patients and those that develop infections caused by antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Please consider supporting the CF Cycle for Life by donating to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Your donation will help fund research and the other life-saving work performed by the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. This work will not only benefit me, but everyone with CF and their families. Thank you very much for your consideration.